what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will take the field first. And guys, this was an interesting, if not confounding, experience to watch last year. We'd seen Florida State's issues all season, but it really felt as if the changing of the guard happened with the way the Gators just dismantled them.
It was a very sloppy game from Florida, too, even though they got the dominant win on the road. And funny, thinking back to that game, David, maybe the play of the year for DJ Lagway. Do you remember that time he threw the D lineman off and was going to get a sack, was able to run to the right, find a completion? That was big man strength by a young true freshman quarterback, and a big reason why I know Gator fans are excited for this one.
Yeah, and these two teams couldn't have had more opposite seasons. Both started really struggled out the gates, but Florida really turned it around, and you could feel the momentum going the other direction. Florida State, they just played, they flat jumped off the cliff. I mean, it was awful. They ended up having more inches of snow in their stadium than they did wins a year ago. This rivalry means something. We got to get the best out of Florida State.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Caught over the middle, it's Robinson. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Noles decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Florida's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And
oh, he's got some space. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Give the guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, Dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Livingston. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets open down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got his man. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Pulls it in, it's Robinson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. The give is to Williams. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On the ground with the counter. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lost wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Lagway. Oh, they're after him. Got a man, it's Livingston. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to run for it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's ball.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Snap from the gun on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Williams. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
It's on first down, man, they go backwards, and they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more makes up for it in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, going up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it down the right side. Wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Got a man, it's Livingston. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking for a gap. It's Clark. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Gators are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Inside the 35. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Runs through a tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. Livingston. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you've got to dodge throughout a game.
There he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It's first down from the 11. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They've got the screen set up. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And they stopped him in the backfield on third down and short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Seminoles will try to pick it up on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Sets up the screen. At the 20, he's got space. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. On first down from their own 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Pierre Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag. He's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quarterback extends the play. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's got the sideline
job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving. He just works to get himself open, to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. The Gators are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pull.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Hurst coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game.
Looking deep down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown Seminoles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Glagway. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Livingston. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Noles! The defense takes matters into its own hands. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Going for the big play. Finds a man in the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. The Gators are on the move. Got it behind the line. It's Livingston. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Jackson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Touchdown, Gator! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Here's the pressure. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, in that kind of situation, in that field position on your own side of the field, 3rd and short, defense was definitely thinking run. And instead, they throw the football. They catch him off guard. It's an explosive play, now setting up 1st and goal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Here's the heat. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time. Offense.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Quarterback making adjustments. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the right. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the... Will snap it on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going
defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And they'll take a knee. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what